Good evening. Today I want to talk about the film industry. How did cinema originate? When the moving film camera started, there were silent movies and big studios. Studio owners were considered big mughals. They invested a lot of money in creating cinema and they were dominating the industry. And once actors were contracted to studios, could not move from one studio to another studio. So an actor's career was basically decided by the studio owner. This was the model that went throughout the world. And even in countries like India, for a long time, stars like MGR, NT Ramarao, Shivaji were contracted to one studio. When you are contracted to one studio, you cannot make a movie for another studio. So basically, the studio owners paid a salary and the actors lived off it. The actors were never considered the major portion whether a movie was delivered a hit or profit. This continued for a long time till in early 1940 a movie came in Hollywood called Gone with the Wind. With the Wind was a smash hit for Warner Brothers. There was a particular leading lady whose name nobody will know today, Olivia de Havilland. Olivia de Havilland played a major role in that movie. But later she claimed that the Warner Brothers were not giving her important characters, sidelining her by not giving enough character actors, and therefore her career was threatened. She tried to wriggle out of the contract with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers refused to allow her to go. Finally, the case went to court, and after many months of litigation, finally it was decided that Olivia de Havilland could act with any studio who was willing to give her a contract, and she became a free agent. This was a watershed moment in the history of movie making. Actors they took over filmmaking. They made major decisions on which studio to work, which script to work, and they had multi-million dollar deals. If I were an actor and I was delivering hit movies, I get to choose the script, I get to choose my co-actors, I get to get studio to work, and there were also profit sharing arrangements. So this created a new wave in cinema where actors made a lot of money. It also happened that most of actors also had production companies and produced their own movies. This changed the power equation in movie industry. So many studios in India were shut down. Today, with the shutting down of portions of AVM studio, only half of AVM is working today. All the major studios have died. Even the famous RK studio in Bombay does not exist. Basically, the movie mughals no more exist in that form. The stars have become the new movie mughal as far as India went. But thanks to the financial structures and open markets, the studios in America survived and thrived. They cut deals with major actors and also kept finding new talent and kept projections going. Contracts were easier to enforce in America because an actor had to agree to several things before he was paid. He was represented by an agent and both sides prospered. Marlon Brando was one who played both sides. He also got some upfront payments and also got a share of the profits. This meant both the actors and movie studio owners prospered in America. In India, the actors decided to take 80 to 90% of the movie budget as salary. This meant big studios vanished. In Tamil industry, of which you are very interested, most of you, big studios like Vijay Vahani, LR Swami, AVM, Modern Theatre have all stopped making movies. These theatres and studios have become fossils of the past. After the advent of Bharati Raja, movies moved out of studios and were shot in open spaces. This is the history of cinema, which empowered the actor and created the end of the theatre owner. All was going fine till the pandemic came. This pandemic is another black swan moment for the industry. What happened is theaters were out of business. Theaters were already going out of business because they were only catering to a niche audience outside India. Even in India, theaters have started to drop. So these new OTT platforms, that is the Netflix, Amazon Primes, and the Disney Hotstar, began to dominate. More people started watching movies on streaming, and so streaming became the biggest source of revenue. But actors got an upfront fee and also got a cut of the theatrical profits. Their contracts did not include profits from streaming. Recently, a new movie was launched by Disney. This is called as Black Widow. The movie was supposed to get worldwide theatrical release. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, the movie was not released worldwide, and therefore Disney decided to release this movie through the streaming services called Disney Hotstar, and the movie proved to be a big hit. But since it was not part of the contract, Scarlett Johansson, the actress who played the lead role, did not get a share of the streaming revenue because it was simply not in the contract. And she, in spite of several negotiations with Disney, they could not settle the matter. Finally, Disney and Scarlett Johansson went to court where the matter is sub judice. Scarlett Johansson claims that since they could not get a worldwide theatrical release, streaming was also part of the contract and therefore she is entitled to a share of the profit. Disney claims that is not part of the contract. She has an upfront salary of $20 million and therefore she is not entitled to any claim. This case, when settled, will be another watershed moment. As of now, Netflix and Amazon make upfront payments even before the movie is released, considering that this movie will be a hit. So, the entire revenue model could change as the outcome of this case. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.